John O'Brien. I'm live. Sorry, I apologize that I'm a few minutes delayed. I'm here with my family. It's the holidays, and we were on, to be completely blunt, we were on my racing simulator, which I use to train here at the house. I'll wait for you guys to join the broadcast as I deal with this, I think, important topic. I see you guys are signing on. Little by little. I see, hey, Najee Ali, love you, man. Hey, Delilah Costa, love you. Yeah, you can sit over here if you want. Hey, Kwanda, a top fan, hello, signing on. Hey, Mike Kearney, how you doing? Derek Smart, top fan, signing on, evening. Let me know what part of the world or country you're signing on from, so also I can give your city some love. Hey, Jerry L. Miller, Emerson, hello. Los Angeles Taylor, hello, top fan. We're going to deal with, I see the audience is growing. We're going to deal with this really important topic. That's part two from a video, a live broadcast I did a few days ago, right before the holidays, that was very popular. And I just want to make sure that hey, Mark Arthur, Ted Jones, glad to catch you live. Glad you could catch me live. So tell your friends, by the way, to follow this broadcast. I want you to share this broadcast on your page. Tell all your friends to like and follow John Hope Bryant, at John Hope Bryant, also at Operation Hope, Promise Homes Company, the memo, the book, How the Poor Get Escape Capitalism. Follow all those brands as we go. I see the audience is growing. And again, this is part two. You didn't watch, hey, Antonio from Chicago. If you've not watched part one of this, you should. It's a very important piece about toxic people in general. I'm going to cover that in summary a little bit, but I'm going to get into mostly as you go into, hey, James from Alabama, Mark from New York City. I see you. Hey, Ben McGee. Priscilla, hey there. Hey, Amy Lane. I think you're extended family, aren't you, Amy? Okay, so let's now get into this. I'm John Hope Bryant. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an entrepreneur and philanthropic investor, the founder of Operation Hope, the founder of the Promise Homes Company, 40 different ventures, 4 different best-selling books, or 4 different books, 3 different bestsellers. And I came from Compton, California, in South Central LA, where people told me that I would never amount to anything, that I could not succeed. Well, mostly because they'd never seen success. And then when people did see me succeed, they assumed I was arrogant. They assumed I was pompous. No, I was just confident. I was confident because my mother told me she loved me every day of my life. Juanita Smith, nothing more powerful than a child being told that he or she is loved. And so real wealth, as I say in the memo, real wealth, well, if you have real wealth, you'll never be poor. If you don't have real wealth, all the money in the world will not save you. And there's a difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke is economic, but being poor is a disabling frame of mind, a depressed condition of your spirit, and you must vow never, ever, ever to be poor again. Now, why do I say this? Because toxic people, negative people don't understand anything I just said. And if you are an eagle, be prepared to be shot at by buzzards and turkeys. I go through this in detail in the last video, so watch that one. Go back and watch that one, and then come back and watch this one on replay. Share this on your page. Share it with your family and your friends. Don't expect everybody to understand you. First of all, if you are a positive person, you're going in 2019 ready to kill it, ready to change the world, ready to do beautiful things. Understand that eagles don't fly in packs. You've never seen a flock of eagles. Or the book, The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. First page, first sentence, first paragraph of this best-selling book for 25, 30 years states life is difficult. Translation, if you can't get with that statement, don't read the rest of the book, because nobody promised you a rose garden. Nobody promised you that life is going to be free of grief or pain. So understand that if you if you want to be successful, and even successful raising your children, if you're a parent, if I was a parent, as I've been a parent, a surrogate parent to many, what I say is I rather you respect me and learn to like me than like me and never respect me. But people who have low self-esteem want to be liked versus rather be respected. You're not your children's best friend. You're their parent. Can I get an amen? So if you are a leader, understand that you're going to be alone. Doesn't mean you're lonely, but you're going to be alone because most people are hurt. And hurt people hurt people. Did you hear me? A good portion of this world, it has some level of mental illness. That says that is by the United Nations. The good portion of this world is dealing with mental illness, some level of it. You have a level of mental illness. I have a level of mental illness in the sense that we feel that we're not perfect, that we're not, and that doesn't mean that you are perfect, but you're made by God, and a saint is a sinner that got up. So you're perfect in your imperfection. You're beautiful and enough just the way you are. But we don't think that. We don't think that we're enough. So we want to compensate that by trying to be somebody else, by trying to profile, trying to dress the part, or drive a car we can't afford, or live in an apartment that we can't afford, in a neighborhood that we don't know, with people who don't like us, and trying to impress somebody we don't know with money we don't have. Okay, so you got to get you right. But once you get you right, then understand that everybody else is not going to understand that you're right, and that has to be okay. Okay, so the majority of the people of the world are in pain, and hurt people. Listen to me now, hurt people. So you've got to step over mess and not in it. You got to make sure you're not rearranging the deck chairs in the Titanic in your own life. I see you guys saying amen. You getting this? Amy Lang, got amen. Okay. Lisa Lee. Hi, John. We're watching and gleaning. This topic is on point. Okay, great. Cheryl Lowe, great topic. Perfect timing to help a lot of people. Tiffany Greer, yes, different levels of consciousness. That's right. So if you are what do I love most about Shatra Dalton Bryant? My wife, she's high frequency. Now she can deal with low frequency and mid frequency, but the reason we vibe more than anything else, she's high frequency. What I want for you, the gift I want for you, is I want you to be high frequency. That's a high level of consciousness and spirituality. But here's one thing I want you to understand. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And here's something I want you to know to give you a great deal of confidence. The devil's a punk. Lucifer ain't nothing. We're on Facebook Live. I use another phrase. Lucifer ain't nothing. He's a punk. The devil ain't nothing. When I get up in the morning, or when you get up in the morning, I want the devil to say, oh, crap, he's up. Oh, crap, Melanie's up, or Shatra's up, or Amy's up, or Jack is up. Let me see it. Bridget, hey, Bridget Washington, or hey, Rod Jones. Oh, my God, I want the devil to say tomorrow morning, oh, God, Rod Jones is up. I'm in trouble. Understand that the devil's a fallen angel. So God gives that fallen angel permission to exist. You got to understand that people are trying to trip you up, that hurt people, and that crabs in the barrel is literally somebody trying to pull you down because they don't want to be down by themselves. It's not personal to you. They don't hate you, they don't even know you. They don't like themselves. Can I get an amen? I want to make sure I'm not leaving you guys here. So Craig says, okay, I like that, high frequency. Loretta says, tell them, okay. Constance Jameson, high frequency, great power, great. You nailed it, brother. Ladua says, okay. Tremisha, yes, okay. You're preaching. Miss Aiden Williams says, okay. Rod, yes, you get it. Okay. So understand that you are consciousness. And you get to decide what frequency you operate on. Okay. But how do I say this? Jesus Christ didn't die of old age. They killed him. Malcolm X didn't die of old age. He came back from Mecca and with some wisdom, and he was dead in 2 weeks. Because some folks wanted him to trade in ignorance, not in wisdom. Gandhi didn't die of old age. All your heroes and your sheroes may have died physically, but they live on spiritually. You cannot kill what God creates. So they are bigger in so-called death than they were in life. You don't know how long you're going to live, but you dang sure know you're going to die. So why the mystery? Why are you afraid of death? Why are you afraid of somebody talking bad about you? Why are you afraid of somebody not liking you? They don't like themselves. How can they possibly like you? Let me tell you something. I want you to write this down. If I don't like me, I'm not going to like you. Come on now. If I don't feel good about me, I'm not going to feel good about you. If I don't respect me, don't expect me to respect you. If I don't love me, how could I possibly love you? And here's the big one. hold on now. If I don't have a purpose in my life, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Whatever goes around, come on now, comes around. You got what I'm saying? Rakita says, come on now. Martin says, say it. Ben McGee, okay, are we on point? Priscilla says, they feel better about themselves by bringing someone else down. Exactly right. Misery loves company. Say it now. Misery loves company. Say it to yourself. I want you to literally preach it while I'm talking. Misery loves company. So now, how do you deal with negative people? So I got to get back to my family and our little night we have. How do you deal with negative people? How do you stay in this positive zone so that you're not disrupted when you're dealing with a world that's full of toxicity and negative people who don't like themselves? Well, how can they possibly like you? I go through life, a couple tricks. I go through life consciously oblivious of most things around me. I'm going to repeat that. I go through life consciously oblivious of most. I'm conscious of being oblivious, or I'm being consciously unconscious. Consciously oblivious of most things around me. So I know somebody's player hating me. I know somebody's talking about me to my right, to my left. I know somebody means me harm to my right. I know somebody's trying to trip me up. I know somebody like, who's he think he is? He ain't nothing. But by the way, positive people talk about ideas and negative people talk about other people. So I'm not worried about all that drama. But a minute has 60 seconds in it. What are you doing with your 60 seconds? If I spend 20 seconds of my life worrying about yesterday, which is a memory, doesn't exist, and 20 seconds of my life worrying about tomorrow, which is a future and hasn't happened, and then 10 seconds being anxiety written about how you feel about me. Guess what? I only have 10 seconds left of the minute. And now I'm like a deer caught between headlights. I know there's nothing I can do to make it 10 seconds feel like a minute. So now I'm full of anxiety. But what can you do with your life if you can recapture time? Create time. I'm telling you, this is how you take your life back. I'm not going to worry about yesterday. I can't do nothing about it. I'm not going to trip on tomorrow. It ain't happened yet. That's why they call the present a gift. I'm going to be present. I'm at 60 seconds in. There's a minute, 60 seconds in it. I'm going to control, hold on now, all 60 seconds. I'm going to become ruthlessly selfish about my time management. I'm going to control 60 seconds, and now I'm going to create space and create consciousness and basically a meditation space where I'm always calm. Am I getting too deep for you here? Talk to me. If you guys got this, Tiffany, they're putting all that negativity out there. It will circle back to them. That's right. By the way, any negative energy and toxicity will always corrode the container it sits in. Repeat that. Negativity and toxicity will always corrode the container it sits within. Repeat that. Negativity and toxicity will always corrode and destroy the container it sits within. You don't have to worry about hurting negative people. They will kill themselves. They will hurt themselves. You wish them well. Let God deal with all that drama. And don't you get next to it. It may jump on you. A lot of disease is dis-ease. You guys get what I'm saying? Jill Bernard, would love to hear your original story. My personal story is in one of the videos on my page. Go back and watch it. Be happy to do. If there's enough folks in here talking about my personal story that you want me, I'll do that as a video. The presence is a gift, powerful. Getting it. Mike Kearney. Okay. No, keep going. This is on point. Rakita. Okay. This is a beautiful thing of what you're sharing. That's Cheryl Lowe. Dan, am I on point here? Am I doing all right?
I already know.
Okay. So, by the way, come over, Dan. I want people to meet you. I'm about to introduce you to one of the most successful businessmen in America who happens to be African American. You've heard of Oprah Winfrey. You've heard of, Jay-Z. You've heard of all these folks. This is a quiet storm. He don't need to repeat his jest. When you got the power, you don't need to use it. When you got positive energy in you, you're timeless. This is a grandfather I'm about to show you. Looks like a sex symbol. This man here is a grandfather. He is my father-in-law. I'm calling him my dad. My father-in-law is Kshetra's father. He runs a big enterprise, one of the top 100 Black-owned businesses in America. Bigger.
But the most important message tonight is Merry Christmas to all.
It is. Amen. See, and he drops the mic and leaves the stage, right? So, but see, he's positive, right? Nothing negative to say. No. He don't hold no drama. Don't spend no time focusing on people who are focusing on negativity because it's a waste of time, right? So he lets all. You can't hold negative energy because it ages you. It corrodes you. It destroys you. Stop hating on people. Stop hating on people who don't like themselves. It's a waste of time. On top of that, will leave that judgment to God. I want you to give everybody love, not because they deserve it, because that's how you roll. Now, let me give you a life lesson. I'm going to let you go. Your dad is our dad. We are family. Rod Jones says that. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Cheryl Lowe says. Ben McGee, amen, and very humble. Yes, he is very humble. By the way, there you go. See that? I even got a kiss from my brother, and that was he's totally straight. His wife is fine. Okay, so check this out, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm about to tell you how to deal with some stuff. There's a book called hold on, it's Susan Taylor. Oh, I don't want to misquote the name of her book. In the Spirit. In the Spirit. It's out of print, I believe, but this book is brilliant. Here's how you deal with negative people. I'm gonna give you the short version. Write this down. You with me? Give me some thumbs up if you're with me. Michelle Bryant, negatively subtracts, positively attracts. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Let me know you're with me, and I'm gonna give you this little secret. I'm gonna let you go. Are you with me? Yeah, you guys say I'm on it. Okay. By the way, why I'm waiting for some positive feedback? Okay, it looks like you're with me. A giver and a giver exotic. A giver and a taker neurotic. A taker and a taker psychotic. I'll repeat that. A taker and a taker psychotic. A giver and a taker neurotic. A giver and a giver exotic. What do you want? What kind of relationships do you want? What kind of friendships do you want? What kind of business partnerships do you want? Exotic. Givers and givers. You know, you can do bad all by yourself. You don't need help. Quincy Jones once told me, the only thing worse than being alone, John, is wishing that you were. The only thing worse than being alone, Quincy Jones' wisdom, is wishing that you were. I need you to be okay with being okay. I need you to be okay with being alone. Being alone is not being lonely. Don't have company around you because you don't feel good about yourself. They're not going to help you. By the way, not only are they not going to help you, but if you hang around 9 negative people, you're going to be the 10th. 9 broke people, you're going to be the 10th. And if you're not feeling good about yourself, guess what you're attracting? People who don't feel good about themselves. You need to isolate yourself, get your mind right, get your spirit right, and then go out in the world, because now positively attracts positivity. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Loretta said she has that book. Okay, this is In the Spirit. I love Susan Taylor, my girl. Okay, In the Spirit is the name of the book. Hey, Bridget Barnett, my friend. In the Spirit by Susan Taylor. Been out 20 years. I love Susan Taylor, former editor of Essence. Here's the book in sum. You're standing on a theater stage, okay? The theater, it starts with first 5 rows and goes out, right? Goes back 50 rows and then goes up into the balcony. Now, your life's a theater. I'm gonna show you don't have to kick anybody out of your life unless there's human evil. And there's very little human evil in the world. It exists, but most people are just negative. They're just lazy. Financially lazy, spiritually lazy, emotionally lazy, psychologically lazy, intellectually lazy. They just don't want to do the work. They want you to do it for them. Okay, they want somebody else to do it. No one wants to lean in and do the work. Love is work. Non-love is laziness, and anti-love is evil. Evil exists, but it's very rare. Whatever you love is going to drive you crazy. You love your job, but it makes you want to quit every Friday. You love your wife or your husband, you want to divorce once a quarter. Maybe not, but maybe. You don't like them on a regular basis, but you still love them. Your kids, you love them, but you want to throttle them at least twice a year. Whatever you love will drive you crazy. Don't resent it. Get with it and understand that you cannot grow without legitimate friction. Back to the story. Make sure you guys are with me. You're looking in the wrong direction of your camera. No, I'm looking at the camera. Okay, so but whatever I'm looking at, this is a free seminar. So just take it in. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the camera. It's a new setup. I'm literally looking at the camera. I guess if I looked here, no, that don't work either. So I'm looking at the camera. I don't know why you guys are focusing on that. Focusing on my content. All right. So I'll fix all this in replay, and I'll figure out where the camera angle is and all that stuff. But at the moment, For me, I'm looking right at the camera. I'm looking at you. But again, you're getting distracted about the wrong thing. Stop. Focus on the content. Okay. You're on the theater stage. You're self-conscious because the people in the front row can see you're naked now. They can see all of your warts. But you realize you can't see everybody on the 30th row clearly, and they can't see you. So you relax. Okay, they can't see all your details. So maybe you should relax. The first 5 rows of your life is unconditional love. And I can't get real deep into this because it's a whole nother video. But the first 5 rows of your life is unconditional love. May not be family. Your family will be the first 15th row or the 15th row. So the first 5 rows get 100% of 100%. And if you have 5 people in the front row in your life, consider yourself lucky. The 15th row, family. So you get 100%, they get 100% of 85%, but they think they got 100% of 100% because they can only handle 85%. Give people 100% of what they can handle, not what you want to give them. I'll explain why that's important in a minute. Now you have folks in the 30th row. We okay, Dad? We good? You have folks in the 30th row of your life, okay? These are your friends. You love them. They're good people, but they never learn how to love. So you give them your heart and they drop it. And you give them your heart and they drop it. They're not mean people, but they were never taught how to love. Maybe their dad wasn't around. Maybe their mama wasn't around. Maybe they were abused. So you have to discern here, intuitively, here, this is God speaking to you and through you, how healthy are they? And you meet them where they are. Okay, so they can only handle 60% of you. So you're going to give them 100% of 60%. Not 100% of 100%. You'll get your heart broken. 100% of 60%, but they thought they got 100% of 100% because 60% is all they can handle. Let me make sure you understand what I'm saying. Give me some feedback here. I need you as my mentor. I am mentoring. I'm mentoring you right now. So true. Lots of negative. Okay, now I'm going to do this real quick. Now, in the 50th row, these people were abused by somebody, right? Now, they're good people, but you can't get into any trouble because they either throw you under a bus or let you fall under one and then say, I'm sorry. So those people get 100% of, 30%. But they think they got 100% of 100% because 30% is all they can handle. You give people what they can handle. And then you have people in the balcony who are just sort of ignorant. And you want not even want to stop and have a conversation with them. You want to keep them moving. You just say, hey, how you doing? Keep on going. 100% of 10%, because that's all they can handle. Now, here's the key. Here's what you and I do. We want to fix people. So we go down in the theater, we find somebody in the 50th row, and we say, hey, Joe, hey, Jack, why are you in the 50th row? I love you. You're my boy. I got a seat. I reserved for you in the 10th row. Let me walk you down to your seat. That that person knew exactly where they were sitting down. People will tell you when you meet them, I'm crazy, I'm cray-cray, right? It's us who picks them up, moves them to another seat, and sit them down. And when they tear their rear end and break our heart, we want to blame them. Let me tell you something. When you put wings on a pig and hope it'll fly, it's not the pig's fault. Quick story, and I'm gonna go. Guy's going through the North Pole, freezing cold, and he sees a rattlesnake on the ground. Is dying of hypothermia. Picks up the rattlesnake, puts it in his bosom. Make sure you guys are following me now. This speaks volumes. Hey, Kimberly, Alexander. Okay, puts the rattlesnake in his bosom. Rattlesnake is frozen. He wants to prove to God and the universe he's a good person. Does he know he's a good person? Okay. He wants to prove it. Insecurity. He walks from the North Pole to Siberia. Rattlesnake doesn't move. Finally, the rattlesnake comes, thaws out. Oh my God. He's like, my God, look what I did with this rattlesnake. I saved this rattlesnake. God, I'm a good person. Universe, I'm a good person. Look how I did this rattlesnake. Rattlesnake's coming alive. I gave the rattlesnake my own warmth to recover. Hold on to the story, Dr. D. This is deep now. My dad, Dr. Dolphin. Okay, so he's warming the rattlesnake. He's proud. He's proud of himself. Men, this is Ambassador Young quote. Men and women fail for 3 reasons: arrogance, pride, and greed. Say it again. Andrew Young wisdom. Men and women fail for 3 reasons: arrogance, pride, and greed. Okay. He's prideful. He's full of himself. Look at what I did to this snake. The snake comes alive and bites him. It's a rattlesnake. Venom goes in. He can feel himself dying. He loses his godly composure. Think about church on Sunday now. And he grabs the rattlesnake, right? Think about what people are doing, killing people in the name of Jesus or whatever, in the name of Allah or in the name of whatever religion all around the world. That's not God. God's love. So he's choking the rattlesnake because now he and the rattlesnake are dying. Rattlesnake says, look, can I just have a moment? I need to talk. I need to tell you something before we both die. He said, okay, you got a minute. Rattlesnake says, no, look, man, I need you to be clear. I'm not a good rattlesnake. I'm not a bad rattlesnake. I'm a rattlesnake. And I bite people. And you knew it when you picked me up. Ladies and gentlemen, stop picking up rattlesnakes. Expect them to be saints. Stop putting wings on a pig and hope it'll fly. Stop trying to fix people. You can barely fix yourself. I need you to get yourself in an optimistic bubble of focus on your own success. The best way to start to solve poverty is to begin by not being poor yourself. I need for you to love you before you can love anybody else. I need for you to love you before anybody can find lovable person inside of you. I need for you to get a friend by being a friend. Ubuntu. I am me because you are you. How do we fix the world? We fix ourselves. I'm out. Drop the mic. See ya. Good night. Have a good day.